Good good day, mates. Welcome back to Asagao Academy. Um, this route took a very weird turn. Actually, I kind of figured it'd be weird, but this is even weirder than I thought. After class that day, John approached me with shaking hands.
Hana.
Hana. He sounded like he was going to cry. What was wrong? He cleared his throat and began again. Hana, it's come to my attention that I may not be the best person for Jacques right now. It seems like he would rather, for whatever reason, he would rather have you taking care of him. He choked back a sob. So. He held his hand up to his shoulder and Jacques hopped onto it. Because I love him, I want to do what makes him happy. Anna!
John.
Oh, John! I took Jacques and placed him on my old shoulder. And seriously, the train keeps going tonight. It's ridiculous. John looked away for a moment.
Yay!
This is wonderful news! God damn it, Hana. Ugh. You'll have to come to my room to still to charge him. I can't move the docking station because I have to have it specially designed with the Academy's electrical systems in mind. There's no other place on this campus that has enough power to charge Jacques, so that's that. I'll still get to see him every once in a while. I'll bring him around to see you, sure. Not really, Hana. Thank you so much, John, but right now, Jacques and I have some things to do, don't we, Jacques? You read my mind.
See you later.
See you, John. John watched us go. I took one last glance at him before I turned the corner. He had crumpled. He was staring at the floor, expressionless. He looked like a broken man. Even more broken than when Jessica Simpson broke up with Nick Lachey. Wait, what? Whatever. I giggled. Served him right.
No!
Oh, crap! Hana, I forgot that today we were going to practice in uniform instead of just our gym clothes, and I left them in the dorm room. I don't want to be late for practice. Do you think you can go grab them for me? Why should I do that? I balked. Really, Hana? It would really help me out? I don't owe you check. Oh my god. Not now that I have Jacques. Oh no. ... Hana, you've been really strange ever since you went on that flower festival date. I clapped my hand in front of her face, shocking her into silence. I don't want to hear it. No. Don't bother me with your problems, okay? I've gotta go. But...
This is so stupid.
Fine! She shoved past me, then broke into a sprint towards our dorms. Now then, where do you want to go this time, Jacques? I glanced at my watch and giggled. Definitely by this time class has started. I bet they're all wondering where I've gone, Miss Shizuka especially. But you can't work hard every day. Life is for a living, right, Jacques? Of course, Hana. You couldn't be more right. Jacques, what would I ever do without you? I don't ever even want to imagine the possibility. I giggled. So, do you want to go see a movie? Hana, I really think you should consider giving Jacques back to John.
No!
Who the hell do you think you are?
What?
Exactly. You think some super idealistic foreign exchange student just walks in here and tells me how to live my life? You don't know anything about me or about Jacques or even about John.
No!
Why are you acting like you know best? I think you're overreacting a little bit. If anything, I'm not reacting enough. Don't show your face to me ever again, or I'll make sure you regret it. You're fucking scary, Hana. I looked out the window and gasped. Oh no! The cherry blossom petals falling off the trees again. How's that possible? It's only been a few days. I glanced down the calendar on my desk and blocked. Or weeks! I haven't been to class in forever. Jack, we were able to see cherry blossom petals there. Now they're gone. There's always next year, Hana. I won't leave your side. Jack sat charging in John's room, and John watched him pitifully. Do you miss him?
Eh.
He looked at me in shock, then nodded. I do. Jack's my best friend. He's seen me through some terrible times, and... That really sucks. It'd probably be nice to have him back, wouldn't it? That would mean more to me than anything else on this earth. Jack finished charging and his eyes flashed. Hana! Sucks to be you, John. Hana, have you ever been taught don't bite the hand that feeds? Exactly. Jack hopped onto my shoulder and we walked out of the room. Time started going faster and faster. Each passing hour, I felt less and less like I belonged to Hana Mizuno, and more like I belonged to Jacques. Oh no. Together, we were one. Together, we could defeat anything. And anyone who stood in our way. I was up late one night talking to Jacques and ignoring Mai, who lay in her bed with her headphones on, when there was a knock at the door. Jacques cocked his head at me and I sighed. I guess I'll have to answer it. I shot a dirty look at the back of Mai's head and answered the door. To my surprise, Miss Shizuka stood in the doorway. Can I help you? She looked at me in utter shock. Miss Mizuno, is there a reason you haven't been coming to class? I haven't been feeling well. Really, because I checked with Mr. McPasta and he hasn't heard anything from you either. She gazed at me with worry in her eyes. I stared back. May I come in? I guess so. I stepped aside unwillingly. She thanked me and crossed my bed and patted the blanket beside her. Come sit down. I frowned, but did as I was told. Oh, God. It was strange staying here with Shizuka. I hadn't had much contact with adult women since my mother died. It wasn't something I usually thought about. But sitting next to her, the warmth of her body beside me, reminded me of my mother. Okay. It was a comfortable feeling, a lovely feeling, loving feeling. I held back tears as Shizuka put her arm around me. Anna, I don't know what's wrong, but I would like to help you. If something has upset you, or somebody has been hurting you, you can tell me. I'll do everything in my power to protect you, and I won't tell a soul. She rubbed my shoulders as I stared down at my feet, carefully avoiding Jacques' perch. Has anyone been doing anything to hurt you? Has anyone been threatening you? I shook my head. Then are you feeling okay? I started to nod, then shrugged my non-Jacques shoulder. She continued to rub my back, apparently waiting for me to say something. I feel off-kilter. How do you mean? There are entire chunks of my memory that have blacked out. I can't remember those things anymore. And I just don't care about anything around me. I couldn't care less. The days go by and I lose track of them. It's endless. Everything's endless. I don't even see the lines between day and night anymore. It's all just one big endless tunnel. Nothing matters except... I stopped. Can I really tell her about Jacques? Hana, you've said this much already. You might as well finish. Tell her. No. No matter how much I wanted to confine Shizuka, I couldn't. I'm in love with a bed. I'm in love with a bird. I'm in love with a robot. These were sentences I could never say, no matter how obvious it became to those around me. These were sentences I was ashamed to admit were true. I was scum. I barely deserved to live in the same world as Jacques. There was no way anyone would be able to understand. God. As long as Jacques was still with me, still by my side, I didn't have to worry about it. It didn't matter how I felt or what was going on with me. Jacques mattered, that was all. Hana, it's clear you're struggling. Would you like to come talk to the school psychiatrist? I shrugged. Shizuka stared at the floor, then sighed. There was something else I came here to say. According to school policy, if you do not raise your grades, you'll flunk out of Asagao Academy. You worked so hard to come to this academy, surely you must have had a reason. Some dream you wanted to reach. My reason? To avoid the pits of hell, did that count as a reason? To escape the people who were making my life a misery? Something fluttered in the back of my mind. There was something else, wasn't there? Some kind of hope I had? It wasn't just to be safe here, was it? If I could just do something here. Actually, you know what? I think this is the first time that I'm gonna have to save scum something. Hold on. Let's go save in here. Blah. If I could just... Alright, so... This is baffling. Okay. Obviously, Hana is not stable at all. Mentally, physically even, socially. This is a weird place for Hana to be right now. And I don't know if thinking really hard about it is the best idea. I don't even know if emotions are the best idea. But I know that ignoring is an awful idea. So... let's try to reach this emotionally. Because I don't know if thoughts are really a thing that we should be dealing with. I tried to reach out for it. There was some sort of light feeling. Something like hope. But as soon as I realized that, it melted out of my grasp. It was too late in any case. I shook my head. Yuka sighed and stood. I can't make you care, Hana. Only you can do that. Now that she was standing, the cold fluttered to my side. I shivered. I'm sorry. No, don't be. She smiled. I still believe in you, Hana. Please come to me if you ever need anything. And she showed herself out. I collapsed into my bed, shoving my head into the pillow. For the first time in a long while, I felt something other than manic excitement. Sadness. I felt sad. That meant there was something wrong, right? Tiny pinprick started over my back, then something sharp hit my head. Jacques? Don't worry, Hana. I care about you. Jacques? My heart started beating faster, and I smiled. That's right. As long as I had Jacques, I didn't need to worry. Not about anything. I sat with Jacques on my knees, staring deeply into his eyes. There was no way. There was no goddamn way. There was no way that I could believe that Jacques didn't have a soul, not after all this time. Jacques was alive. He was human. Third, he was beautiful. Some may consider that. And he loved me. Debatable. I stuck out a finger and rubbed my side of his head. He nuzzled into me and my heart melted. Jacques cared about me. I was sure that in the end, that even if something were to happen to change his programming, 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 he would still love me no matter what. And yes, I kept clicking forward during that section. Did something shake? What was I thinking about? Wasn't there something? Hana? I'm sorry, Jacques. I wasn't paying attention to you. I love you, Hana. Tears filled my eyes, and I nodded. I love you forever, Hana.
Jacques.
I know, Jacques. I know you will. I woke up to an assessment pounding on the door, and in my head. Oh, God. I glanced at my clock. 2:12 in the afternoon? What the hell was anyone doing in the dorms at this hour? Hannah, open the door.
What?
John? My heart jumped. I looked at Jacques, who sat perched next to me on his special silk pillow. So you are in there. Let me in, immediately. I sat up but made no move to open the door. What's wrong? You sound so angry. I sound angry, do I? Loud laughter seeped from under the cracks. I sound angry, do I? Good. A feeling of horror spread through my stomach without me fully comprehending the source. If you don't open this door, we'll beat the thing down. I want Jacques back. Now.
No!
Oh, God.
No!
No, you'll never take him!
No!
He's happy here with me, do you understand? You reprogrammed him. John roared through the door, and there was a heavy thud. He wasn't actually going to break the door down, was he? I grabbed Jacques and paced through my room wildly. I couldn't throw him under the bed, I couldn't hide, not in the closet or behind the door under my desk. What could I do? Where could I go? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. My eyes fell on the window and I flung it open. Hana! Grab her! I was kneeling out the window. Don't touch me or I'll jump! I was still cradling Jacques in my hands and his eyes flashed dangerously.
No.
Oh! John took a step towards me. I leaned further out. Oh my God, that is a horrifying scream. I will!
No.
You won't? Not while Jacques is with you. My heart fell. I looked at Jacques in my hands and he looked up at me. He trusted me. He trusted me to keep him safe. I couldn't drop him to his death, could I? Hi. In that moment, hands gripped me tightly. The world spun around me, and suddenly I was on the floor, Paul's arms around my waist. No! Let me go! I flailed and kicked and hissed, fighting like a maniac, clawing for my one not free hand. Jared grabbed one of my arms, PBG and Satch a leg each. No! John leaned over me to try to get Jacques out of my hand, and I spat in his face. Good God! That's corrosive. Shane put his hands over my face, and I saw only darkness. He left just enough space over my mouth and nose for me to breathe, muffling my screams. I felt Jacques pulling away from my hand. I held on as tightly as I dared, not wanting to hurt him. But then, with a final yank, he was gone. I screamed and screamed and screamed, but there was nothing I could do. I heard footsteps head towards the doorway, then out the door, then down the hall. The last thing I heard was Jacques' voice. Hana, where are you? Then, darkness. I flew up into a sitting position, barely registering where I was. Something had happened. Something was wrong. The door was almost hanging off its hinges. The window was open. The clock read 2:48. and Jacques was gone. Instantly, I was on my feet, flying across the campus. I pounded on John's door incessantly at first, but growing weaker over time. Sobs filled my throat. Jacques, please no! Then the door opened. He just stared at me, solemn, then he let me in. John sat on his bed, a buzzing Jacques in his arms. Jacques, are you okay? Please say something to me. Jacques turned to look at me. His eyes flashed once. Oh wait, I skipped something. He remembered me! He wiggled out of John's grasp and crawled to the edge of John's knee, fluttering his wings. I held my arm out. I knew it. I knew he'd always love me. Get away from me, you disgusting creature! Ah!
What?
What? He remembers what you did.
What?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. You took away my free will. You destroyed my autonomy and forced me to love you. Only the sickest of humans would do that to another creature. No, that's hardly even human. Chuck! But all the time we spent together, you said you cared about me. I do not. I stared at him.
Hana.
Hana, are you okay? You're shaking. My teeth began to chatter.
No.
This isn't happening. You should leave.
No!
No! Jacques doesn't want you here. Jacques' eyes flashed again, but he said nothing. Hi! Gently, PBG grabbed my arm and led me towards the door. I allowed him to push me into the hall, no longer possessing a feeling in my body.
Hana.
Hana, are you gonna be okay? Let me take you back to your room, okay? Seriously, you're out here in your pajamas. Maya will be back from practice soon. You'll be okay, right? I'm sorry, Hana, but even I... He shook his head and left the room. Eventually laid down in my bed. Who knew how much time passed, but eventually... Hey, Mai. Whatever happened to Hana? I haven't seen her since... Well, you know, the incident. At the mention of her name, John Shaw glared at her side of the room. I shrugged. She wouldn't say anything to me, no matter how hard I tried. She wasn't eating or sleeping or talking to anybody. She just sat there, staring straight ahead. Eventually I got worried, and I told Miss Shizuka. The next thing I knew, she was gone. Oh. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, no problem. PBG went back to his desk, and I stared at the empty one in front of me. I'm gonna save here. Yeah. Alright. What I said was mostly the truth. But Hana had been diagnosed in our tiny little dorm room. Wait, this is Mai speaking, not Hana or the narrator. She displayed several signs of antisocial personality disorder. Sociopathy. Didn't make any sense to me. Hana started out as such a sweet girl. She would cry when she was upset. She would yell when she was mad. Didn't seem like she was doing those things without feeling behind them. Something was wrong. Very wrong. But they took her somewhere and I didn't know where. I didn't get to say goodbye. But didn't even get to apologize. They told me. Even as they were pulling her away, shoving her into the van, even as she fought them tooth and nail, she was screaming, "It's not my fault! It's not my fault! They did this! And maybe I did. Maybe there was something I could have done differently. If I could go back in time, if I could replay those events over again, would I be able to save her?" This route was quite horrifying. Oh God. What happened here? Oh my God. God. Alright. Why would you do this? God. I think that broke me. Oh no. Ugh. God. I'm sorry, that route is... It's something. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, I still haven't done Shane's route, so... Now that I've done both Ian's and Jacques' routes, I'm gonna take a look at something real quick. Because, well, kinda wanna see what they had put in a certain place. But my God, that was just horrifying.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
Thanks for maybe saving me, Jimmy. I don't know. Let's go to the scene picker, shall we? Well, we've got all this rigmarole here, and it does say Hidden and Jacques. Yeah. Let's look at Hidden. Well, okay, all those are available. And Jacques? What are those question marks? Oh my God, I must know. Let's go back to flunking. If I could just... Is there something I should particularly do? I mean, didn't Mai say if she could go back? You know what? Let's try thinking really hard about it. Faces flashed before me. People I had come to know. People I once considered my friends. PBG. Paul, Satch, Gerard. Why was I just now thinking about them? When had they stopped being my friends? It was too late in any case. I shook my head. Suzuka sighed and stood. I can't make you care, Hana. Only you can do that. Now that she was standing, the cold fluttered to my side and I shivered. I realize that the skip button is highlighted because I've done this particular part already, it seems. I'm sorry. No, don't be. She smiled. I still believe in you, Hana. Please come to me if you ever need anything. and she showed herself out. That. I collapsed into my bed, shoving my head into my pillow. Ugh. For the first time in a long while, I felt something other than manic excitement. Sadness. I felt sad. That meant there was still something wrong, right? Tiny pinpricks darted over my back, then something sharp hit my head.
Shock.
Shock. Don't worry, Hana. I cared about you. Shock. My heart started beating faster and I smiled. That's right. As long as I had shock, I didn't need to worry. Not about anything. Okay, this is new. Huh? What was that? I squinted into the darkness. A figure stood in front of me, bent over something. Oh, God, what is happening now? Mai, is that you? The figure whirled around and I saw what was in her hands. Ah!
Shock.
Shock! He was broken in half? Literally. Sawed down the middle? And his head was clenched in Mai's fist. Mai stood in front of me, a sad look on her face.
Hana.
Hana? What have you done? I flung myself out of bed and grabbed Jacques, shoving Mai to the side. Ah! She spun across the room and hit the wall with a rough thud. Jacques, no! No! This can't be happening! Mai attempted to stand and watched me carefully. Jacques! He was definitely gone. He was definitely dead. The wires were sticking out both ends, having been cut by something incredibly sharp. There was no response from him, not even a faint flicker in his eyes. He was well and truly gone. I clutched his remains to my chest and glared at Mai. Ah! Why did you do this?
Hana.
Hana, listen to me. You bitch! I was across the room in a flash, tackling Mai around the middle. Ugh. I hit her as hard as I could across the face and pulled my hand back, ready to beat her into oblivion. But she grabbed my hands and held them down. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't free myself from her grip. Her volleyball training was good for something after all. My pathetic spaghetti arms couldn't reach her, my rage be damned. We remained like that for some time as I struggled and she prevented me from hitting her. Why would you do this? Hana, you've been... What'd I ever do to you? Do you hate me, huh? You said we were friends. That's why I'm doing this. You think I haven't noticed how sad you've become? How you've been pushing away everything and everyone you care about all for a damn robot? Hana. Without warning, she let go of my arms and hugged me. You! I began to beat her back and shoulders as hard as I could. Let me go! Let me go!
No.
No, I won't. I'm sorry, okay? You've been suffering this whole time by yourself. I didn't do anything about it. I didn't help you. I just pretended not to notice. I got upset with you instead of trying to understand why you would be so mean to the people around you. Because like it or not, Hana, you're not the kind of person that can push people away without feeling. Every time you did, you were sad. Deep down, you were sad. I know you were. I'm sorry. I've been so scared. She pulled me in tighter and I buried my face into her shoulder. I'm so sorry, I've just been feeling so weird. I don't know what's been wrong, but I feel like I'm going crazy.
Hana.
It's okay, Hana. I don't know who I am anymore, Mai. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. We stayed like that for some time, wrapped in each other's arms. No matter what I did to her, Mai wouldn't let me go, not until she was sure I was okay. And when I was finally draining myself of everything, Mai helped me into bed and crawled in next to me. I've just been so afraid, Mai. I don't think there's anybody left for me. Don't worry, silly bean.
You're my best friend, Hana.
I'll always be here for you, no matter what. Even time and space can't stop me. Don't be silly. I closed my eyes and started to drift off to sleep. I wasn't. You weren't being silly, I'm assuming. Somebody snuck into the classroom, right? I took the keys. Yuck. It has been nearly a month since I attended class, but things were finally getting back to normal. I felt happy. I actually felt happy for the first time in weeks. Not the manic obsessive happiness I felt with Jacques, where it seemed like I was getting all the air squeezed out of me, but normal, simple happiness, light as a fresh blanket. For whatever reason, John never got upset with me over Jacques. I expected punishment of some kind. I thought he'd never speak to me again. This was definitely the worst thing I could ever do to him, but instead he was fine, even friendly towards me. It was almost like Jacques never even existed, like the whole situation never happened. I could almost forget about it, except for the fact that I was currently failing Asagao. I talked to Miss Shizuka and we agreed to extra classes to help me catch back up. If all went well, I could save my grades and I wouldn't have to leave. I really hoped I didn't. Not now. Not when everything was so much better. Everything that happened the past month with Jacques, John, and Mai, it all felt like a dream. Everybody forgave me and we were moving forward, but there were times I felt like I was missing something. What's wrong? Nothing?
Yay!
Good, because guess who got enough money for ice cream? Bye! I was probably just imagining things. In the end, it didn't matter. I had my friends, and they had my back. Jacques' comment true, and well, that's still not a twist, but at least it wasn't a bad end, I guess. I don't know what to feel about this. Yeah, anyway, this route was kind of horrifying to me. Oh god. Alright. At least we got through this, right? With some amount of sanity left? Yeah, we got through this. Oh god. Alright. Well. Anyway. At least we saw 2 distinct endings this time of this route. Alright. So this definitely was the creepy route, like the yandere sort of route, I'm guessing. I've never dealt with the yandere thing, so I couldn't really tell you what that's like. So if that's what it's like, well, now I can say I've had experience with this weird, creepy thing. Yeah. Anyway. God. That sunset is really pretty, you know? And so is that night sky. It's very lovely. It is very gorgeous out. In Asagao Academy, at least. Over here, when I'm recording, it is currently a dark and cloudy sky. Yeah. And thank you for subjecting this route upon us, Asagao Academy. And thank you for watching this route, if in case you did stick through to the end for some reason.
Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club.
And Jeff ends us off. In case you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye bye!